GPS, get lost with me. No microchips planted in me. I'm not a hippie, but I do hippie things.
Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to Amsterdam and Noordermarkt. We're going to talk about veganism. Now this is a hot topic. She's a vegetarian.
I'm almost vegan, 80%.
I'm not trying to be vegan. Sometimes I go vegan. I have vegan kicks and I appreciate a plant-based diet. A flexitarian. We made our first discovery of vegan things. This stuff.
Vegan balls.
Vegan balls. It's a modern makeover with a combo of creamy cashews, dates, I love dates, fresh coconut flakes, and a blend of chai spice.
That's good. That's
Tasted
good.
chai immediately.
It's like a more healthy cookie.
Lekker, man. Let's go.
Thank you.
Definitely not vegan, but for the meat eater like me,
So we found some vegan cheese. It would be like a creamy nut block if you call it cheese.
So like call it creamy nut block, you know what I mean?
It's more familiar. We know about cheese. We don't know about creamy nut blocks.
I admittedly like a good steak. I'm still gonna eat some sushi, you know what I mean?
But at least you're being consciously aware and eating more vegetables. And being okay with eating vegetables. That's an important thing.
Is honey vegan?
So, no, but some vegans eat honey because, well, I mean, it's an insect, it's not an animal. There's an episode of The Simpsons, Lisa is a vegetarian, but she starts eating bugs because it's like a different classification, you know?
This is all pretty much vegan. Beans, oh yes, of course, lentils, corn, nuts. Not really any success at Noordermarkt as far as finding something savory to eat, but
we're going to a whole shop, so
now
we'll have the whole full experience now.
Now we're getting serious, okay?
Yeah.
To be fair to Noordermarkt, I did find a delicious vegan quiche piping hot and ready to eat the following weekend. I just missed it this go round. And in the true market sense, if what you're trying to do is some cooking, then there's plenty of vegan ingredients to find. The best way to get around in Amsterdam is on a bike. How you doing back there? If you want to see what it's like to bike around Amsterdam, just click that.
So here in the shop we sell a lot of stuff. We have some of our own products from our brand Willicroft. At the moment we have our cheese fondue, for example. Please give it a try. So the main base is cashew. And then we also have a truffle sauce, which is really lovely with pasta. We have a cheese sauce, which is actually very diverse. I have a mustard cheese here.
If you handed that to me and you didn't tell me it was vegan?
Yeah, it's good, right? So this one is based on rice and wheat, and it's actually the only one we sell that's really hard that you can actually slice well. And
The mustard one?
Yeah, the mustard one. This is a truffled ash cheese. It's a little bit sour, quite fresh on the inside, and then it has an ashy layer around it. And then here, this is something we're actually trialing. This is our basic cream cheese. It's kind of like Philadelphia.
Are you a vegan?
No, I'm not 100% vegan. I'd say I mostly eat plant-based.
Okay.
No, I'm not a hardcore vegan. So we don't only want vegans to come in and try. We want to persuade people who are maybe trying to eat largely plant-based, or who really just want to experience what it's like to come in and try some of our cheeses.
Right.
Yeah, my friend in Texas is where I heard about it. Said, oh, in Amsterdam, go here.
Yeah.
Sun is out. So this is kind of like one of the more famous places we're going to now that is vegan. It's called the Vegan Junk Food Bar. Can I ask you a question? What's the main ingredient in the shawarma? So soy, whey protein, or beans?
Yeah, those three are the main ingredients that we use in every item.
Okay, thank you.
No worries.
Now you know. Being carnivore is just a phase. If you are someone who is a carnivore meat eater, that burger tasted like a burger.
Agreed. I can't really, it's been so long since I've had a real burger, but if I were to try and like trick people who think vegan food is gross into eating it, I would bring them to a place like this.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Do you often feel like a unicorn breaking through a wall? Because I do. Next up, Jelle, is Deer Mama, with sweets like what they're having over here. But also what turned me on about this place, why I'm here, is the boozy milkshakes. And shouts to Dear Mama where we are right now, because for the love of vlogging, they brought us over 2 pieces of cake. Thank you so much, Dear Mama. Yum. You didn't know that I love carrot cake. I wouldn't know that was vegan. So we just had 2 milkshakes, 1 boozy, 1 not, and then we were given 2 pieces of cake. Really nice people in there in Dear Mama. Such great vegan options.
Yeah.
It's true. And vegetarian.
Still just as moist and delicious, all the pastries.
Yeah. One of my favorite discoveries in vegan things is oat milk. Just down the street is coffee and coconuts, and I had a mind for a flat white. Unfortunately, it was too packed on this Saturday afternoon, so we'll just have to come back. Beautiful day in Amsterdam. A little chilly, as it can be in January. So I was cleaning my clothes right up here, which you'll see as we pass. Decided while I was waiting for my clothes to dry, check out this place right around the corner called Staring at Jacob. I love me some brunch. That might be the hipsterest thing I've ever said, but it's true, and this place nails it. We have a vegetarian and a vegan. I came here when I discovered this place a few days ago. I got the veggie plate, which is this one, and so good. But we're getting, of course, the vegan one now, and this place is great because you can come here as a meat eater if you want, with your buddy, or your girlfriend, the vegetarian, the vegan, and both of you can be happy. At this point, everybody knows a vegan, right? It's catching on. More and more people are signing up for the animal-free diet. The question is why?
So initially, I went vegetarian just to try it, for no particular reason. Overall, you know, in my own personal journey, I just feel more energy. I just feel better on a vegan diet, better mood. Maybe even try like a week of your life not eating meat and just see if there's any difference, you know, maybe physically, mentally, whatever. Like
last night we had Papa John's vegan pizza. Like, what?
Yeah,
That's a thing? So I did not bring my gear with me. Obviously Jelle's not with us right now, but I had to have this moment with you on my cell phone about Papa John's vegan pizza, vegan cheese and stuff. Are we hungry?
No.
So this is where we cross over, like, eat healthy, eat clean, and eat way too much food today. This is the no salmon bagel. No salmon bagel. And that has the color of like lox. There's some way, somehow, this tastes like salmon. And I have no idea how you make a tomato taste like salmon. So this place, Meatless District, is more vegan purist. We're starting to get healthy and the menu more inventive, and honestly, that bagel blew my mind a little bit. Baires Empanadas. For all of you meat eaters and for you vegetarians and for you vegans, has something for all of you. If you don't know what an empanada is, you're about to find out. We're gonna try one with sweet potato, corn, spinach, onion, garlic, almond milk, cumin, and cayenne. And it's rare to have just like an empanada spot. That's something I think I like about this place too, is it's just about empanadas. So the journey continues. We decided to cook tonight. And Alicia is going to make her world famous
Vegan biscuits and gravy. It's more like a hot dog type situation.
Looks like a hot dog.
And this is more sausage.
This is meat-free Spanish sausage. We'll see about this. I'm a little skeptical. We're looking for biscuits without butter.
I don't really know what this tastes like.
It says traces of milk, that's all, no margarine. This is probably our best option.
Yeah.
So, you know, life is compromised. For real though, if you're trying to eat healthy and move to a more plant-based diet, that really takes off in your own kitchen. Chicken chorizo, mustard cheese, cashew, and I don't read Dutch, so I don't know what this actually is made of.
Good together?
Yeah.
So I guess, I don't know what the...
It's supposed to be...
Yeah, because I thought it was like a sausagey type deal, but it's kind of...
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna...
I don't know, what's it taste like to you?
Mush?
Mush.
Good old mush.
It's like just not cooking as well as I would like it to. It's just kind of staying mushy, you know?
You want to request something from the list?
The list on the side? Oh man.
I ain't seen sunshine since I don't know when or what something supposed to do. That's where
Time keeps dragging
you
on.
know.
Yeah, the final consistency of this meat, I'm
I don't mind blues.
What are you What's happening? What's going on? What are you supposed to become when rich folks eating in fancy dining cars? Probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free. But those people keep moving, and that's what tortures me.
I'll try to play the right chord. When they free me from this prison and this railroad train is mine, I'll just keep on moving, oh farther down the line, oh far from Folsom Prison.
It's happening.
That's where I want to stay.
I don't know how good it's gonna taste, but it's happening.
And when I hear that lonesome whistle, it'll blow my blues away.
Yeehaw!
We're back to the cell phone because all my batteries are dead. This is our finished product, or her finished product. Beyond a doubt. You happy?
Not bad.
Huh?
What do you think?
It's good.
It's okay. It's okay.
I don't know about that sausage though. Hi again. And we're at Maoz, which has been changed to Maoz Vegan because it's so popular to be vegan now. Everybody loves a falafel because colorful food is good.
Yeah.
This is your most beautiful moment on camera. Yeah. So we made it back to coffee and coconuts. We're gonna have coffees because as you can see, I'm a little bit fatigued. This is what we got here, which is vegetarian for sure, but in order to go with full-on vegan, we had to have a different sauce. 2 different sauces, one vegetarian, one vegan. Living in a city like Amsterdam has its perks, and there are a ton more vegan options than what I've shown. But according to massive vegan restaurant app Happy Cow, which did an extensive report on vegan-friendly places, Amsterdam is not even in the top 20. Veganism is happening, y'all. We are at the Little Plant Pantry now, and this is Winter, the owner and founder.
I don't, first of all, believe in giving advice to anybody. And I don't believe, I even don't like calling myself a vegan. I don't like to put these labels on ourselves. Only 6-7 years ago, myself and Maria had very bad diets. We never really cooked, never cooked at all. We would eat a lot of sweets and just, you know, pick things up. And that's how we lived, which is pretty much a normal life until you wake up, you know?
Yeah.
And over a period of time, we first became vegans, and then we had to sort out our rubbish, which was the main first step in relation to doing this. What we do is we dispense grains, seeds, nuts, spices, vegan cheese. We have vegan cakes. We make our own kimchi. We make our own granola, microgreens. We have a range of rice. We have lentils. We have dried fruits. All kinds of everything you need for basically ingredients for cooking a vegan diet. And we try to support local food producers as much as possible as well. And so we had a shed out the back, and every day I'd go out and I'd sort out everything, and after about 6 weeks I had about 10-15 full big sacks of recyclable rubbish to be brought away. Now there was just the 2 of us living in a remote cottage. The first thing that happened was I went to the recycle centre with all these bags of rubbish, and it turned out that most of the plastics that I also had weren't recyclable.
Love me some dates.
And here I was in the cottage buying organic food and thinking I was very sustainable, and then after 6 weeks had mountains of trash. And so what happened was we decided that we wanted to open up a shop that we could go to because there was nothing where we lived, anything like this around us. And we just came and visited Amsterdam as an option, fell in love with it, and decided to come here.
My family is South American, so we, by nature, eat a lot of meat.
Yeah.
And they love to cook, my parents. So it was kind of like new territory for me, but then I started being vegan and I just, yeah, it sounds always cheesy. I don't know, because when you see those videos and you're like, yeah, sure, but like, it was kind of like an awakening. Like, I was very heavy always and tired, and then like after the, within the first week, my friend was super supportive. She kept cooking for me and like just showing me very simple recipes, and I was like, whoa, that's so like, easy, and you feel so light, you have so much energy, you're literally on a high in a way.
We literally followed YouTube channels and learned how to cook over a period of years and changed our diet for the better enormously. We watched all the vegan channels, but we didn't do it for health reasons, and I wasn't necessarily doing it I wasn't health conscious. In fact, quite the opposite. And then suddenly we realized both the environmental impact and the health impact of having done so. That was a revelation, to be honest with you. And I thought that by becoming a vegan, I would be giving up so much. But actually it has completely opened a door to new cuisine and new foods, and it's actually made my diet far richer. It's mind-blowing. The innovation in food is now in vegan. So that's I suppose, I just did give advice even though I said I shouldn't.
That was beautiful. Okay, cool. It all began for me with wanting to eat cleaner and healthier, which made me feel good. The more I worked veggies into my diet, the more I began to crave them, the more I began to realize the options. And then there's the external issues, the effect on the environment, the treatment of living creatures mass-produced for our consumption. Look, I eat meat. I don't plan on changing that anytime soon, but I can be more responsible about where my food is coming from and where it's going, in my body. But who knows, maybe I will be fully converted someday. And let's dispel a myth. Being vegan is not about just eating salads and dirt. One of my current go-tos in cooking right now is lentils. I cook up a huge batch with different combinations of sauteed veggies and spices. Healthy, animal-free deliciousness that's easy to do. You should give it a try sometime.
Good luck. Enjoy your food out there.